I'm 57 years old. I'm broke.
Why don't you sit down and write some songs, huh?
Keep talking.
So your character's Bad's career may be over, but it might be time to take the show on the road, because you can sing, you've got some pipes.
All right, thank you.
What was it like? Music, of course, isn't new to you, but playing a musician and actually getting to perform. And did you fashion yourself after any musicians out there? Because it looked like you had a little bit of Chris Christopherson going on.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's funny you mentioned Chris. The birth of this movie really happened 30 years ago when I did this movie with Christopherson called Heaven's Gate. And that's where I met T-Bone Burnett and Stephen Bruton, who were the real musical heart of this film. And Chris invited a lot of his musical friends to play small parts in that movie. And so we would jam, you know, every night for 6 months, you know, playing and, you know, getting to know each other. And we've kept our friendship all these years. And so the chance to do a movie with, you know, T-Bone about music and also have Stephen Bruton involved was just a dream come true. And Stephen, he was with me every step of the way, you know, writing songs for the movie, teaching me how to play them, telling us all what that life was like, because his life really paralleled Bad's in a way. You know, he would drive himself from gig to gig and had problems with you know, booze and other stuff, and you know, so he knew about that.
And what was it about Bad's character that appealed to you? What do you like the most about him?
I guess his honesty, you know, and his you know, his willingness to turn himself around. You know, he's got a song in there. The lyrics say, you know, I used to be somebody and now I'm somebody else. And I think probably he wrote that originally about, you know, I used to be famous, now I'm not famous, you know, anymore. But you can also spin that around and think, you know, I used to be somebody and now I don't have to be that person anymore. You know, you don't have to be this kind of negative aspect of yourself, you know. You don't have to be an alcoholic, you know.
Right. And you know, you've had such a long, illustrious career. Where does this film rank?
Oh man, right up at the top as far as having a good time making it and being pleased with the end product. You know, have that. You always think, you know, this could be good, but then have it exceed all those expectations. You know, that's great. And then to have it picked up by Fox Searchlight. So it means people are going to see it. It was
more than
great.
See it. Now all of this Oscar buzz swirling around you as well. How does that make you feel?
Well, that, you know, appreciation. I like that. I like to get that, especially from the guys who do what you do. So if the nomination comes around, not counting any chickens, but if that happens, that's a great thing.
And congratulations on the film and on
Thank
celebrating
you.
a milestone birthday recently as well.
Yes, thank you very much.
Jeff Bridges, thank you.
Thank you. Nice chatting with you.